3, 2, 1, launch.
Hey, everybody. Had a little bit of, I don't know who's got what going on. Hey, sorry, technical difficulties. Good evening, waybackers. Welcome. Thank you for joining the show. We had a couple little weird hiccups. My name is Adam Carter, and these are the Wayback Sessions. You know, we're all missing that sense of community, the social gatherings, the parties, and live music. Anyone? Well, the musicians, the bands, the entertainers, they are as well. In an effort to bring back the social community here and enjoy live music together, we have created the Wayback Sessions. Now, there's a lot of people that are involved in this, and we'll get to them later. If you were with us last week, you would have seen that the Sarah Robinson band melted the joint. Thank you guys very much. It was super awesome. If you didn't catch it, go to the channel and take a peek. If you want, leave a comment and maybe we can get them back on. I know I'd love to see them again. Speaking of last week, I do want to thank everybody for the generosity, the contributions, donations, tips. There is a link in the descriptions. It is not necessary by any means. However, every little bit helps the bands, the live music scene, and the studio. Now, what you guys can expect in the future is that we're going to be bringing everything from rock and roll, country, pop, all the way to opera and orchestral works in the exploration of all things live music. For now, sit back, enjoy the show. We're going to play tunes. We're going to drink some beers. We're going to tell some stories. Now, this band tonight, I'm really excited to have them in the studio. It was something that I worked on and was really hoping would happen. It did. They are an awesome band that brings the psychedelic jams, kind of mixes it up with the heavy and classic rock feels. They write and make awesome albums, and they are incredible live performers. So here you go. Welcome, Japhy's Descent.
1, 2, 3.
Bend it up and find the ford. Turn around and watch it float. They stream a little, they don't seem to mind. Bend it up and find the fold. Turn around and watch it float. They stream a little, they don't seem to mind. I can't believe it's Jesus. I can't believe it's Jesus. I pray for you. It's you. Walled it up and damn myself. Round it up on someone else. They scream a little, they don't seem to mind. I can't believe it's Jesus. I can't believe it's Jesus. I pray for love. It's love. Wait until the water's till the waters burn. I prayed a little, it's too late. I kept my eyes closed longer today, but you know, even with our eyes closed, this world ain't the same, but you know, and all my mistakes, my kind of weather, my kind of day. Keep your mind closed longer today, but you know, and with our mouths closed, the songs that we sing could be wrong. Ripped out the seams, stitch it together, torn back to me. My kind of day, my kind of day, my kind of day, my kind of day.
Whew. Okay. So we're there, huh? We're there. We've started.
Indeed.
Yeah. Man, you guys. Here we
Yeah.
go. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You guys.
You
Okay.
guys.
Man, do I? Okay. Well, let me move things around. Sorry, we're still working through things there, but you know what? Man, wicked intro, boys. Wicked intro. So, let's get one of you guys on the mic. I know Roach, eat that mic, James, Travis or Marty.
Chomp.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
So-
what you got?
There's so much going on here. You guys have so much texture, so many layers, so much going on. I'm always interested in the songwriting process. And it goes different places for everybody, from, what I do to whatever anybody does. So tell me, is it you that brings in a song, Travis, or Marty does something, or Roach brings in a riff, or does somebody like kick somebody around and go, this is what's happening?
Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Yeah, it's all of the above. I guess like we do a lot of theme albums. Where we've gone around. Christopher Robin was all based off the Tao of Winnie the Pooh.
Yep.
The last one we did is based off of Alan Watts. So I guess in the way we kind of approach, like I'll bring one or two to the sad sack table. Be like, here's my acoustic stuff, guys.
So do you primarily write on your acoustic?
No, well, I guess I do. At this point, we've got 5 or 6 records. I don't know. Well, however you count a double album, well, whatever. But
Like the Moon Noon
one
piece.
record.
but we've always gone into different things of like, this is the objective of this piece. Instead of it being like, here's the songs and here's what we're writing, like, it's like, here's our objective.
That was
And I guess in part of what we've done in this last record, particularly, and I'll talk on that one, is we had the idea of Alan Watts. I had a couple songs with it. But then as we went to different tunes with the theme of Alan Watts, Matt would come up on a bass thing and go, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to switch to this obnoxious time signature that nobody will ever notice except for Adam right
But
here.
see, that's Matt, and we'll talk about that later
Yeah.
because he's a nut like that.
Well, and
Well,
that's a part of the fun with our band is we all have different backgrounds of what we do. Is when we go to approach a writing process, the reason we love album themes is because that takes a little bit of the pressure off of like, oh, everyone wants to hear our emotions. No, nobody wants to hear your emotions. They want to hear you, play some music and let them feel their own emotions, I guess. But I'm really proud of what we have too. I guess in the writing process, like there'll be something like I bring to the table. Here's an acoustic track, and now the guys that played in prog rock bands their whole life.
Yep.
Have to now learn only 3 chords to play on a record.
Now the first track that you guys opened up with, Cayuga, that is off this album, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
You know what? That one is
all three of them.
really, It's.
I guess we call
it
it
was
3.
your action, though. I mean,
We
you had certainly started and wrote and inspired that tune.
yeah, Cuyahoga. I had I guess I could say in that song in particular we started with, I had the chorus written, and that's usually what I do is I'll come up with the meat of it, store it all for a rainy day, and then we get together, go like, here's the thing, and then let the guys go with it, and that evolved out. Honestly, Adam doing his Doorsy intro with it and going like, man, we'll figure that all out. And even on that song in particular, when Matt came in, God love you, man. It's like just that, and I don't want to put you in a box, but it's like a Primus.
Yeah, no, we
drive with it.
look. We all love Matt. Like,
Yeah, we all do.
for real. For real, we love what he
I'll
does.
say as
man.
a vocalist with Japhy's, we've been together for about 10 or over 10 years, and
11 plus.
to bring in a different element and let Matt and James do the rhythm, and let Marty do his fucking his magic. But I get to play less rhythm because Adam fills in these things, and this last record was definitely a culmination of all that. Where it's like, all right, we have these 3 songs we can base off of. What can we stem it out into it and make it an actual listening experience?
Well, what do we have up next, guys? What do you got for me?
Well, I say we want to do Down on the Farm for you.
Oh, you know what?
We couldn't do name because that's
I can do name. I can.
Well,
you know what? So I really wanted to hear this song. I actually, I might have made a request, folks.
Oh, you can say
I
you
might have
took
made
it to
a
Africa with you.
yeah, I might have made a request for this song. I love that album. It goes back a long time ago when my bands were, sharing the stage with these guys.
He's right
and
there.
um,
You were playing with us on that stage, I think.
no, we certainly
2012,
were. Yeah, that's Marty. So you know what? You guys take it away. Let's hear some more tunes.
It's getting late, it seems the fire's burned for hours. It's a case of having far too much fun. In its place, it is me will live forever. Just in case we'll stay awake till the sun. But that's not the case. Unlike the ways, absolutely doing fine these days. In our days, the days seem to pass like hours. It's a case of having far too much to do. We all crave the taste of what we can't call ours, and we're afraid of others just like you. But no, that's not my way. And unlike ways, absolutely too fine these days. Take it away, Adam. We should talk about innocence away. Use the booze, confuse the just who I am these days anymore. When every day's like one before it. But I can complain in unlike ways, absolutely doing fine these days. Oh, fine these days. just what they see. I say that I need her, but I don't know she needs me. Where did I keep her? Deep inside of me. Where I treat her. Oh, my sin. James, how you doing? Still don't like just what he sees, but now this believer doesn't know just what to think. Oh yeah, still dreaming positivity. Oh, the feeling, oh my sin, oh my sin, oh my sin. Oh, my sin. Da-di-da-da-da. 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 Da-di-da-da-da.
Yeah! Yeah!
Holy cow. I'm still hitting my head on this sucker.
James, I missed that cowbell from the time we did that in the studio.
Dude,
He
Look.
remembers. He remembers.
you
You're
Everyone remembers James.
gotta,
fantastic.
dude, you guys, man, okay, so fun. I know everybody's sweating, and that's good. That's what this is all about, right? Hopefully everybody at home is sweating too. Yeah, I hope it's coming across like that because it is hot. And I don't mean necessarily the heat, but the wicked. So, guys, we kind of alluded to this a few minutes ago about how long you've been around. And Marty, you know what? Grab the mic, man, because I kind of know some of this stuff, but I'm always really interested in, when did you guys get put together? And you know what? I also know there's a pretty cool story behind the name. And we have a pretty cool, fun friend that might be watching, Mr. Terry Garvin, that kind of.
He already knows.
Yeah.
No, Zen Lunatics and Japhy.
That's right.
I'll get
So
to it, I'll
there's
get
a
to
there's
it.
a whole cross thing that kind of goes back in the
fucking
scene.
knows.
Enough
He's a
of me,
developer.
Marty. Take it away, man.
So, well, let's see here. I met Travis back in 2009 playing open mics, and he had a different band format, different members and everything. And the guitar player couldn't make it for a couple shows, so he asked me to sit in. He had seen me play with Big Troy Dixon and Creamy Dave and his Troy's wife, Dana
Big
Lynn.
Troy Dixon.
Yeah, Troy.
Hey,
Big
Troy.
Dixon.
Hopefully you're out there, man.
And so he saw me play lead guitar for the first time, so he asked me to join the band just for a couple shows, and we kind of hit it off really well. And so I've been playing with him with a different lineup since 2009.
No
So
kidding. Like
what,
that.
12 years
That's
now?
how that fired
Yeah.
up. So does Travis come and strong arm you and go, "Hey, man, the band's called Japhy's Descent. You want to join?"
I knew what I was getting into.
No, you didn't.
But did
Actually,
you
no, I
really?
didn't.
But did you really?
I thought I'd just be the mysterious one playing in the back.
Well, you're pretty mysterious, and you are
But,
playing in the back.
yeah.
But man, so much fun.
Oh, yeah,
you
exactly.
guys have been just kind of like killing it, and so
been
there've
12
been a
years.
few lineup changes over time. So how does that change your approach with the band? In writing, because we all bring a riff and we bring an idea, but then you've got the other guys that you're collaborating and working with, and it just automatically changes the approach.
Well, the first couple albums, Travis had a lot of material that
Yeah.
Then we got James and Brian after that, and so we started saying, okay, well, he gave us free reign on us writing our parts, and then we suggested different changes, maybe a bridge here or something like that. And then it wasn't till like Moon Noon that we started actually writing riffs together.
You guys, that album,
Yeah, that was a fun album.
yeah, that sets me off. That
I
album
remember
always sets me off.
we finished our EP at Curtis Grippy's STEM Studios, the Feedback EP, and I went back to Brian's house and we wrote a song for Moon Noon that night. So we'd already started. What's the next project? Right?
Yeah,
So,
always.
which is
right?
not a great marketing campaign, but
No,
but for writing, it's awesome.
it's reality for artists and,
Right.
and musicians. It's just what happens.
So we wrote. So I was writing this riff, and I actually wrote the whole song "Bite Your Lip" off our Census album, and I brought it to practice to have the boys listen to it, and they tore it apart.
Oh,
And all we
What was
kept
wrong
was
with those
the.
guys?
Well, all we kept was
Song's
the.
awesome.
That's it. That was my idea. The rest of
the
whole-
song out
whole
the
song
window,
gone.
man.
All
No
gone.
animosity at
No,
all.
no, I'm not hurt.
Yeah. No,
Because it was a
Adam
great,
Rhodes
it was
is
a better
upset
song
about
after
his
we wrote
extension.
it together. It was a better song after we wrote it together.
yeah. No, it a lot of that collaborative effort and working together with people. I mean, that's kind of what we do. We thrive
you
on
and
it,
me,
and
buddy.
that brings it to that whole live music thing. I mean,
it's
why
fun.
we're not only doing the show but getting the bands in here to do this, because we thrive on that energy of riffing off of our fellow musicians and making. For my experience, and you know what, real quick, I'm gonna take 2 seconds and go. You know what? The production crew on the Wayback sessions right now, we've got Kat working all of the television programming and camera switching. So any issues you can, any issues you can talk to her, or you can throw her a hey, that was awesome. And you know what? We've got Brian Perstelski helping out with all the sound,
Yay.
or really taking care of all the sound. But
Great
that brings me to Adam Roach, and we'll get into this later. But I wrote the first song I ever wrote when I was about 14 years old. Was with that kid you're playing with right now.
That's right.
And I'll tell you, it's as fun and exciting as it is to watch you guys play. It's a little bit jealousy for me to sit here and have to watch it, but that's okay.
Hey, what was
It's
that old
happening
song
right here.
called? That song was called
We're not doing Black
The
Sabbath
the
tonight.
Beast or Ode to Megadeth.
It
Those
was the Beast, and it was
yeah.
like,
And look, we were 14 and
was it.
we were 14 and we knew we had it and it was happening for real. But anyway, it goes back to, whether it's, playing with Adam Roach and writing songs, or working with Brian, who I've been playing with for the past, about 20 years, I guess. It's just one of those things where whatever I have got is made better by that participation. So that was the really long way of getting around to that. So let's have another tune. Do you guys have another
Well, I'm
tune
going to
for
say
me?
real quick that Matt played in Saskonaut as we picked him up.
We're getting there.
We're going to get there, but I'm going to say James Sharp and I in Japhy's, as soon as we saw Stepchild play at Apache Lake, we're like, we're going to keep playing rock. Fuck Mumford and Sons. This is what we're going to do.
That's
the
well.
legend lives on.
I figured that might come up. We can get back to that. Let's.
Oh, we're definitely going to.
Okay. Well, lay something else on me. What do you guys
Let's do
got?
Bounce.
What do you guys got?
We're going to do Bounce. It's off our Christopher Robin record. It's, I guess it's the Tigger song. But it's kind of about your fun friends that assume the best of themselves. Also, fun fact of it, a lot of the lyrics within the song are old bands that existed in our second Long's Recoming days.
The Firehouse.
You'll hear Future Without a Past, Futureless Past, your Driver Yacht Club.
Yep.
You won't hear TKLB, but it's there. Secret of the tuba. Yeah, Matt's like, which one?
That one.
James clicking at least. What you need a man finally rediscovered. It's not the thinkers, it's the doers that are living. Be a future, not a past. The river's dried up, but the future's bright and lasting. You lost it, no, you found it. It's a good that you talked your way around it. Say we're all just creatures of habit. Get my view from the top of a mountain. What you need a man taking all this power. Anything you can do even better. Can't be your future without a past. The knowledge lingers, but the lots of God lets never lost it. Oh God, you found it. It's a good that you talk your way around it. Say we're all just creatures of habit. Get my view from the top of the mountain. Goes around, comes around. What goes around, it comes around. What goes around, comes around. What goes around, comes around. Came so close, yeah. Found it. You got so close, but you left your arms around it. Say we're all just so sad and lazy. I told you all, and you said I was crazy. No distractions. Can't recall when we had the same reaction. You say we're all just creatures of habit. I get my view from the top of a mountain. What goes around, it comes around. What goes around, what goes around, it comes around. What goes around, comes around.
Oh my. Live music, anyone? Anyone?
Right here, right now.
Anyone?
Please, right here, right here.
Look, you know. So who wrote that one? Is that another like, hey, we all kind of, you know, rip that apart?
That song is pre-Matt and pre-Roach.
Yeah. So, you know what? We've talked to Marty and we've talked to Travis. Travis, would you do me a favor? And you know what? Go and host that mic over with Matt. Matt, I'm putting you on point, man. Putting you on point.
Okay, sure.
Dude.
Dude.
Yeah. So, you know what? I've seen you play bass before. Yeah. You're really good at it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you've got this approach about it. And I've seen you do a lot of things, you know. You can go from a really out of tempo progressive craziness, and then you can kind of settle in, but you always bring your style. Tell me, where do your influences come from with your style, and how do you morph those in and out of different projects?
Well,
Eat the mic.
I guess it really starts way back because I played in orchestra from 4th grade through high school.
What was your
Senior,
instrument?
I played the viola.
Kat
Hey,
is
rap.
she had a
Yes.
scholarship for
Yes.
viola. She's a violist.
So, I learned, what is it, alto clef?
The real music things.
Right. And,
The only one.
it was,
Like a K. It's kinda like,
it kind of came naturally to me in some ways. I didn't rehearse as much as I should, but I put a lot of effort into it because I enjoyed it. And that is really the foundation of everything for me musically, because what is that, like 9 years of playing in an orchestra? You have to be flexible and listening to everything and everybody. And you know what? As a bass player, that's really important.
Yeah.
So when it comes to playing bass and putting my style into something, it's like I don't want to overwhelm the project with something that's not needed and not necessary, but I want to be able to throw in my flair here and there. So, like even something like Cuyahoga, where I'm slapping the entire time, we didn't write it that way. In fact, we played it at a gig at Yucatap, and Miles from my old band, Dead Fox, comes running up to me and he's like, "Why aren't you slapping that part?"
You're like, well, I don't know. Why am I not slapping that?
And he's like, slap it. So I did, and it really stuck. It is like kind of a signature part of that sound. And I did a lot of that in Sasquatch and Dead Fox.
Yeah.
But I don't really do it a lot in this group because, once again, it's not
It's just
called
different,
on every
right?
time. Yeah, but when you can throw it in and spice it in a tune here or there, it's like, this is sort of what I've worked at for years to be able to just toss this in there.
But that speaks to you as a musician and being able to adapt and bring your, that is your style.
Yeah.
Not just the slapping, but what you're able to morph back and forth between different projects and how you're able to bring it, because it just sounds like you playing. And you know what, in the Sasquatch days, and I've always loved watching you guys rage that stage because you owned the whole damn thing.
Three-piece,
Three-piece, and you get
Stepchild.
to you get to go nuts
Yeah.
with that
Senior
and
bass
really
is
lead.
awesome.
But no, man, that's I just wanted to hear about that because the bass players don't always get that much love. Brian, anyone? And there's so much that comes to it that people don't really understand how much flavor comes from that side of things.
Well, and I'm a tone whore.
You are a tone chaser,
I'll
that is for sure.
I'll spend all
And you're
sorts of
right.
time and money chasing tones.
As you
because-
should. As you should.
Yeah.
We're okay with that.
And once again, when we first talked this earlier, you're like, "Oh, where's your bass?" And I'm like, "Well, this is my bass, but I haven't used the one you've seen me use for years because it's an active, instrument with preamp. And
But you still
everything,
have it,
and-
right? Tell me you
Oh,
still
I
have
still
it.
have it.
Okay, that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
I need to know. Stop there. You know
For
what?
a group like this.
Is there anybody? Does anybody? Is there someone in the room that can play me a tune? Like, is there somebody? A song? Anyone? Songs?
Sure.
That's how it works. Mr. Noodle Roach, we'll talk to him here in a bit. Because the Noodle Master, I know that he wants to eat the mic and talk about things too. So, yeah, what do you guys have up next? What's next on the set list? Nobody gave me a set list tonight. I don't know.
We didn't have a set list either.
Yeah, that's fun time. James, you doing good over there, man? Things falling over on you?
A little bit, but nothing bad.
Okay, fair enough, man.
Life happens.
You know what? You just wave the hand and I don't know. You know, Kat and Brian are in Studio B down the hall about 100 yards on the other side, and they're sequestered back. But you know what? I'm in the room with you, so I might be able to get over to you. So you just wave a drumstick, and I'm yours, brother.
You got it.
Okay. What's up next? Anyone?
We're gonna do Owl.
There we go.
This one I actually wrote when Matt and I lived together before Matt was in the band, and we decided on Christopher robbed me in a concept record at James's wedding at Mormon Lake outside of Flagstaff.
Yep.
Because I bought my mom the towel of poo. Because my mom loves Winnie the Pooh, but
You need to pronounce that better. It sounded like you just said.
yeah, tell me about it, Mask. All right, whatever.
Owl with Pooh.
Anywho,
Owl of Winnie the Pooh.
Owl of Winnie the Pooh. We're doing Owl.
Let's hear Al. Let's hear Al.
'Cause I'll meet you in the air. Yes, I'll meet you in the air. We pretend that we're prepared and act like we're not scared. And I'll meet you in the air. What's up, Interweb? Look me up the tallest shelf. Let me know just what might help. In between the lines read just what we need. Do just what we please. Open up, we'll find a way. Trust me now, child, we'll arrange all these thoughts and flames for a rainy day. Yes, I'll meet you in the air. Yes, I'll meet you in the air. We pretend that we're prepared and act like we're not scared. Meet you in the air. Look me up that tallest tree. Branching out, we'll see the leaves. Trust me now, child, all we need. Faith led blind belief. Oh, what we perceive. 'Cause I'll meet you in the air. Yes, I'll meet you in the air. prepared and act like we're not scared. Meet you in the air. Pretend like we're prepared and act like we're not scared. Meet you in the air. Pretend that we're prepared and act like we're not scared. Meet you in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. That was beautiful, Travis.
Where are the lighters at?
Yeah, no, really, I don't have one, but I certainly would have been, busting it out.
doing that.
It was awesome. Hey, you know what? Real quick, I want to check in with Kat. She's in Studio B, down the hall, 100 yards on the other side of the room.
What do you want?
Yeah, it's good to hear your voice. Do we have any comments? What's the chat looking like? You know what? I spaced that.
I love Deb's comment. If I close my eyes, I can imagine being there live in studio.
Oh,
I'm good.
Wathy said, "This is great, super
Oh.
refreshing, especially the severe
All
lack
right.
of
Yes,
live music.
Scott
Great
Wa-
format.
Captain
Love the host
Wathy.
commentary and the setting. Damn, technology is neato."
Oh, so wait, let's recap this for 2 seconds. So, Deb was like in the room with us.
She felt like she was. If she could close her
that's
eyes.
Thank you.
Right on.
Scott Wathy's on the line, huh?
He is.
Oh.
Chol, the Smiths, Jackie and Matt.
No
Yeah.
kidding. Hey.
Of course, Jared's on.
Of course, Jared. So James, you know what? Jared, who's on the line watching you play right now. That is his kit.
Oh, thank you.
He does say thank you. We changed a few things, brother. We'll talk about that next week when we are rehearsing.
Your family's on here too. Ben, Declan, Genevieve,
Oh, hey.
Mom and Dad. Yep.
Hey. Wow. Right on. Thank you, everyone.
Hi,
Thank
the
you,
Carters.
everyone. So, yeah, the Carters, thank you. Speaking to the mic, dude.
The Carters.
Okay, so the chat's moving along and everyone's having a good time. They're feeling the vibe. I love it. I
The
love
sound is good. You've eaten
okay.
the mic.
Okay.
All is well.
it. Okay, well, geez. You know what? We are going to, harass James here in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but you're going to have to eat the mic like it's a thing.
Okay.
It's a thing. Yeah, I know. You're kind of cute back there. I like you with the skull, man. It does a thing. Yeah, the big look down into your left. A big lit skull there. No, we'll chat in a bit, and then I'm really going to harass Mr. Adam Roach because, well, I think I have a license to harass that kid.
Oh yeah, buddy, man. I'm just glad that
Smile, you're on camera.
I'm glad that my new band here gets to hang out, dude, in this magic place where we work together to write a lot of cool stuff in here, man. Like,
We have written
most of the opera and all that new stuff after that is just
no,
it's great.
there's a lot of vibe, and you know what? Real quick, just to let everybody know, it's I don't think that this exactly conveys, but this studio that we have here, it does have a vibe. And there's a long story I won't get into about acquiring this particular property and the things that go along with it. But it goes way back. There's been snake charmers, belly dancers, and different musicians living in this. And when I walked in the first time, it just had a vibe that lit me up. And you know, there's maybe some different stories, and maybe Kat would chime in at some point regarding our acquisition of this property. But that doesn't matter anyway. It feels good, and everybody's feeling it. And I'm, you know what? I am now looking for another song from a band played live. And I think there's a band in the studio that's playing live. So let's, you know, where, yep, we got to get a band. I don't know. I think there was a beer run that was made, and that's okay.
I thought that conversation with Roach was going to be a lot longer.
Oh no, we haven't gotten to the conversation with Roach, Marty. Sorry. No, you know what? We will give you after the next tune. We'll harass Roach, and you guys can step away for 2 seconds. So
wait, don't we still need to talk to Marty about his seafoam guitar?
His seafoam green Fender Strat.
It's actually Daphne Blue.
A Daphne Blue.
Let me correct you, and I want to give a big shout out. Yeah, get it right. I want to give a big shout out to Tim Ray, who installed my Stevie Ray Vaughan pickups for me.
Right, and
So
dude,
really
those
appreciate that,
pickups,
Tim.
are sounding wicked. So you know what? Since we're on this, man, what year is the Strat?
So this one is 1999 LA
Okay.
Custom Shop.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and so did the Daphne Blue come from the custom shop
Yeah.
at Fender?
Yeah.
No
I
kidding.
think they stopped making it for a while, that color. For a
Yeah,
while.
no,
I
I
can't
haven't.
recall,
It's
but-
very reminiscent of Seafoam Green.
Yeah, it is. It's close.
Yeah, but it's not quite. So no, you should have punched me in the face earlier when I was saying that.
Respect, dude. Respect.
Yeah, no, and here we are actually being able to talk about it for real. But he put the SRV or the Stevie Ray Vaughan single coils in the guitar, and look, man,
Sounds easy.
I'm kind of jealous.
It's nice.
They sound red hot.
They do.
I'm gonna switch though, real quick.
You're gonna pick up the Les Paul.
Yep.
Okay. You know, feel free to play the gold one on the wall, or you play
The one
yours.
that Adam
I mean,
keeps crashing his head on.
Yeah, this my
yeah, no,
this
just.
favorite guitar of mine.
It is just, you know, the way it is, man. Look, you know,
You guys watching that test we did about a month and a half ago? I was
and
cracking my
there.
gourd on
Look,
it.
that test was private, Roach. That test was private, so most people didn't see it. Quit fanning yourself, man.
But dude, I need a kerchief to dab my brow.
Well,
Or something. I'm gonna have to fan myself with your smiley
Okay.
sign for a minute.
so can you guys fire this up and get it rolling?
Let me tune real quick. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I think we're gonna play a new one off of our our record that was
Close
new.
to the mic, buddy.
We're gonna play a song that's off of our album that was new. I don't know, like 2 years ago now. It was like a long time ago.
Okay. The new 2 years ago album. That's totally
Yes.
cool. So can you guys
All
kind of riff on it and wait for what's his face to
Our little Alan Watts.
to
themed
do whatever
record,
he
yes.
might be doing?
Here he is.
Hey! And he enters like the rock star that he is. Like the rock star that he is. Japhy Ryder in the house.
This last record booted me off guitar and a couple of going like, I'm not that good of a guitar player to hit these riffs. And it was part of the magic of us all working together. And for many years, James has been like, Travis, just be up front. And it's always been a weird, hard thing for me because it's not natural for me to not have a guitar. So we're going to do Romulus. I think we got one more after.
Romulus?
Yeah.
So
This is like Roman stuff.
it definitely is.
No, it's Star Trek.
So
Or Star Trek.
No, well, both.
We'll get to that when we get to
We
the
got
name.
two. So this
We'll
last,
get to that when we get to Mr. James.
this
Yes.
last record. We wrote it around Alan Watts because our band comes out of Japhy's descent, which is coming out of Kerouac terms. Japhy Ryder is Gary Snyder. And Gary Snyder and Alan Watts actually worked together translating Buddhist texts into a translation people could understand. So this last record, being Japhy's Descent, was based around Alan Watts. So I would come up with these little silly things of what we could do with it and how we build it and let the guys build around. James was allowed to name the songs.
Yeah, okay, so stop there. Play the tune. James, I'm coming at you, brother.
Cuyahoga is Cuyahoga because of James. This is called Rhyme because of James, and it all fits the theme. But
Here we go.
I got your picture up the other day. Never walk away. If you turn around out the door, clean it up and then it clean me up. You know you know. But you know. From the glass right from the grave. Let it walk away. Right from the grave. Say you're sorry for another day. Simple sorry and sick of words to walk away. Sick of waiting for the world to change. But everything is always stays the same. But you know, oh no.
Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, look. Look. We have to change our favorite songs. And you know, it doesn't always translate from recording, and that's what a lot of people don't understand is there's two different arts involved. There is the recording art and there is the live performance art. And if you can mentally, as an artist and musician, if you can really disconnect those and understand how that works and really approach them as two different disciplines, two different arts, and two different creations, regardless of whether you're playing them on stage live and or throwing them down on record. And I gotta say, like I'm almost out of breath because I was freaking out. I mean, you guys saw me. I was throwing down. Yeah. I was throwing down because the translation live of Romulus. Thank you, James. I love the name. Look, and dude, the drum intro, the beat, like we're doing it. Like that was for real.
The song's rad. It is.
Yeah. No. So, okay. Let's calm down for 2 seconds. At least I will. So, Adam, William,
Yeah,
Roy,
buddy.
Roy, William, Adam, Roy, William, Roach.
That's right.
Yeah, that is right.
Both me grandpas.
I've known you for a minute, buddy. So, I told everyone I was going to really harass him and lay into him, and I'm not, because I love the guy.
Well, buddy, we go back over 30 years.
Well,
Or
1980,
just about.
1987, whatever
We played
that
on
works
the same
out to be.
Pop Warner team.
We did, dude. It goes back to, 13,
Red-
14 years old,
Red
87,
Raiders.
Raiders. No, it goes back. So, when Marty and Travis join back in a bit later, maybe they can harass us a bit and kind of stir the pot. But what I want to do is, there were some interesting comments from the last show with Sarah Robinson when I was talking to Yod about his Telecaster. And I want to talk about gear a little bit. We talked about that a bit with Matt and his bass and what's going on, but there's kind of an exciting thing. The Fender Rhodes piano that Adam is playing tonight. It's a 1971. Yep, that's the one. No, you can noodle behind me, brother. Have fun, man. This 1971 Fender Rhodes that Mr. Adam Roach is playing this evening has been recently restored, completely rebuilt. It's been pulled apart, nuts and bolts and wires. I mean, the reason I know this is because I did it. Now, who cares that I did it, but it's finally getting a proper workout tonight. So, Adam Roach, because I actually ended up getting it from you.
That's right.
And it ended up in this room, and it's been sitting here for well over a decade until I was finally able to get the money and the time and redo it. So I always thought it was found derelict on the side of the road. And that's not the truth, as I learned a little while ago. So
No, indeed, no. I actually got it from an old colleague of mine, an old friend, a guy named Mike McCabe. A fantastic guy, man. He's a great teacher. I count him as one of my mentors. And that guy had this thing hanging out for a decade and just said, "Here you go, Adam.
yeah, well,
Would you like this? Come
it's-
on over and get it."
it's in fabulous condition. And
It
when
is.
I restored it and I was talking to Vintage Vibe in New York about rebuilding it and what I needed to do it, they were pretty, blown away by the condition and the things that I didn't have to do, which was really good for me, even though it was still, like 1,200 pieces of working on things later. But so what I want to know is, how's it feeling? What do you think, man?
Well, you know what? I like the feel of it is cool. It's kind of nice because it's a little squishy, all right?
Okay.
It's a little squishy, but the keys are heavy enough to make it okay. And really,
Okay.
to treat it kind of like, I have to treat it a little bit like an organ. And kind of keep everything held down a little bit because there's a little bit of a something about that pedal that we've been battling with. But other than that, man, I mean, it sounds gorgeous.
Yeah. Are you happy with the...
squishiness makes it. makes it easy to go really, really fast. You know.
You're happy with the action, the overall. So I picked particular like hammer tips for it that are different. Like there's a bazillion different ways to approach the sound and tone of an iconic piano like
It
that.
is, yeah. That's what's so sweet about it.
When you get into the gear and everything, I just kind of wanted to get into the piano because there's about 100 hours of work put into it just because I
Wow.
don't do that for a living, a bunch of money, and it didn't always play. And so now it's a viable piece of gear in the room that can be played, and a pianist can walk in the room and sit down and have fun, which it sounds like you are.
And pretend like I'm Michael
So,
McDonald.
hey, you know what? We have like this is kind of weird. We have a studio cat that just walked in the room. You know what? Let me. Hey, Shelby.
Man, if my voice was still in
Hey,
shape.
guys, I have to introduce our studio cat. This is.
Let the studio cat in.
This
Get a
is
load of
well.
this
That's
cat's
fine.
name. You
This
have to
is
hear this
Shelby
cat's
Sugar
name.
Paws.
Yeah, Shelby
It's
Sugar
actually
Paws.
Shelby Sugar Paws. She's kind of like a New York gangster kitten.
Dude, that name is
I don't
brutal.
know. I didn't pick it. She did, and she was the one that was like, "I think I'm a gangster kitten." Anyway, there's a studio cat that shouldn't be in the room, but she kind of wandered in and isn't afraid of all these crazy dudes in the room. So, Shelby, say hi. Meow meow meow. Meow meow meow. Okay, let's let you go. And she's gonna want to get out of here when we fire up again. But right now she's like just chilling. So you know what? Enough of gear talk. Enough of Adam Roach.
Yeah,
and
I'm
let's.
not a gearhead, man.
No,
I'm
you are not.
I'm just really happy that I didn't have to bring anything, and I have this magnet. And dude, don't forget to mention the Killer Hammond.
Well, you know what? And so.
Things
You know
rad.
what? Continuing on with all the people that have done so much for this show, so much positive energy into it. That Hammond organ that is sitting on top of that Fender Rhodes is from Mr. Brad Towsley, one of my good buddies, musician friends, a pal of mine. I play in a band called Station with him. Hopefully we'll get that out on the show at some point. But Brad, thank you very much. I know Adam Roach is thanking you a whole lot for it
You
this
bet.
evening, and it sounds great. So, yeah, you know what? Enough of that. Enough of gear talk without a gear dude.
I'm not a gear dude.
No, you're not. No, not even close, man. I will
say Japhy's was inspired by Stepchild back in Apache Lake days. You guys played the very first Apache Lake, and Japhy's at a very early age was going, "Oh, we have to be Mumford and Sons and this whole crap, or can we still play rock and roll?" And Stepchild showed Japhy's and Sasquatch that we could still play fucking rock and roll.
Dude, I will tell
right.
you.
I apologize with the language, but it's Stepchild, and I'm gonna give credit where credit's due.
Well, look, I'm
yeah,
humbled,
you're a humble host.
humbled, honored, and
This is your fault. I'm just saying, this is your fault.
okay.
We
I
got
will.
one more rock thing for you, and it's your fault.
Okay, well, let's find out what it is, and let's hear it.
It's answer 42. It's the question you asked and not the answer you wanted. maker. What's a scam and how do I? I gave you the world, you threw it away. Gave you the world, threw it away. Gave you the world. This is crowd interaction. You can be at home.
You know what? I don't think Douglas Adams could have said it any better, Travis.
Yeah, he can. He's got a lot more to say than I do.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. Big fan. You know, I love that song. That song goes way back though. Way back. That
does.
song goes really far
If
back.
we're going to talk about the way back, we can talk about the way back.
We can talk about the way back, man. I'm not afraid.
That's like second year of
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Second
But
year
my
Apache
like,
Lake.
oh, this is Douglas Adams. I'm like, this is Mr. Peabody to me for you. And I'll give you the same. That's the same time travel crap that messed up my brain as a child. Go, this isn't real. Let's just do whatever we need to do.
Yeah. No. Brilliant, you guys. I haven't heard that in a while. I just, you know, there's only, when you write 18,000 songs, there's only, you know, you only have so much time when you're trying to listen
Well,
to.
I'll say this on a Saturday night, like we've written a lot of theme records. Nobody wants to hear Eeyore on Saturday.
I do.
But
Marty does.
Saturday morning, when you're pissed off at your kids and everything else, you're like, I want to hear Eeyore right now with my coffee and whiskey.
And whiskey. So hey, you know what? I've spent a lot of time with Adam Roach and with everybody in the room, and you know what? I consider Adam Roach, you know, definitely a hero of mine, and a mentor, and a musical companion, and a brother, and all these things. But, or rather, do I say, however, I've heard a lot about James, and I don't know James real well. You know, we've crossed paths, we've done things. Eat the mic when I get to you.
Yeah.
We, you know, we've shared stages. We have, you know, crossed paths. We've hung out. We've partied. We've done all kinds of things. But from what I understand, is that he is musical savant of sorts as
look,
well.
he is a pedagogue.
A pedagogue. Thank you. Okay, you know
Yes.
what? I stand corrected, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. James, you know what, man? You rule. You rule the drums.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so, where are you coming from, man? Like, what's bringing you in and breathing life into you?
Air.
Yes. Musically, man. Like, what?
No, and I will say air and water and earth and all that other everything. Music has been me forever, and I can't separate myself from it at this point. Being a teacher, both privately and publicly, and then being in this band and two other bands at the current moment. At one point in my history, when we were looking at you guys, and I still have that FM radio shirt that you threw out in the audience. I still have that. I love that shirt. But
evil foe FM radio.
Yeah. Great rock opera, by the way, if you guys never heard Stepchild's rock opera. It's
King
great.
Adam, yes.
Yeah. But, I was in 7 or 8 bands at that point and doing multiple different instruments, and I had a rehearsal a night, and it just was what I did. And, well, life goes on. You have, you get married, you have a kid, and then you have another kid, and so you limit yourself to the 3. So
right. At some point, right?
Yeah.
Well, man, you are like, yeah, you bring so much now, but drums are not your only instrument.
No, I play everything.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah, literally everything.
Hey,
not a master. I mean, I could not play as well as any of the others. Well, maybe Travis, but and he knows this.
He knows this.
He knows this.
Wait, you don't know how to play the hammer dulcimer, do you?
I can.
I think
it's not that hard.
From what I've
it's
heard,
aiming.
he can.
It's aiming. It's all about aiming, and you got to aim.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you
it's
know
just
what?
a tiny little-
You might be really interested because we've got, real quick, next week, we've got a band called Cowboy coming in.
Huh.
And they're, yeah, I know. It's a new band, but it's with PC and Yode, who were in here with the Sarah Robinson band last week. And I'm really excited because it's not exactly my bag, and I'm really interested to learn. When I look at something and it's not exactly what I chase or love, I'm almost more intrigued to find out more about it, to understand more about me, why I may or may not like it, and what I'm attaching to. But I will tell you, there is a gentleman coming up the week after them. So Cowboy on the 11th. On the 18th, we have Stephen Meckel coming in. He is the concertmaster of the Phoenix Symphony. He is the concertmaster of the Santa Fe Opera. We have been recording his solo violin album in this studio.
Excellent.
And he has a new composition that he had written for him for this album. And it is like out of sight. So keep an eye out over the next couple of weeks because we're going to be diversifying. Like I said at the beginning of the show, rock, country, pop, orchestral, opera. And then I believe we have an opera singer that's going to be coming in soon as well. And I'm really intrigued because, look, in all honesty, man, that ain't my bag. It's not, I don't know about it. I'm not educated about it. I don't know a ton. So I'm almost like, on the edge of my seat to find out.
You don't really like musicals. You're not a musicals guy.
You did write a rock opera.
Neither am I, and that's what an opera is.
I know,
it's
but
just hundreds of years
look,
old.
man, are you really calling me out on a live broadcast?
Dude, I'm on the same page with you.
I mean,
I'm not a musicals fan. There are wonderful, beautiful songs in musicals.
I know.
But, dude,
But
no.
so, I become
No,
really
paint your wagon,
intrigued.
like,
But what is
Don't
it
bring it
about
in.
it that isn't resonating? And is there something that I can learn from it that will make me a better musician, a better listener, You know,
yeah.
right, James. There's absolutely those things. The answer is yes.
Yeah, the more you expose yourself to musically, the more you understand why you like what you like and
Yeah.
why you don't like what you don't like. And it's more important to be able to express why you do and don't like something
Yep.
when you actually know what it's about. I mean,
100%.
Right.
That comes into critique. It's like when somebody looks at something I've done, whether it's a piece of music or a video or whatever, and they go, "Well, I don't like that," and you go, "Why?" And they go, "Because I don't like it." That's not very valuable.
doesn't
But
help.
to understand why you do not like something or why you do like something, and be able to articulate that to an artist.
and it's easier to just say what you do like than why you don't like.
Totally.
Because
And you know, you get feelings and emotions behind that as well, and
Right.
things get crazy. So no, we've got a lot of things coming on the show. It is going to like open up and crack open into things that I can't even understand. But for now, I know we have spent a lot of time hanging out and jamming, and I'm hoping that this band, Japhy's Descent,
Yes?
might
Hello.
play me another tune or two at least. Like, you know, I mean, they didn't give me a set list, so I don't know what's going on. So I don't know whether to call out encore or not.
I don't know what's going down today. My bandmates have short attention span. They're not in
Yeah,
here,
no,
man.
I know. So
I've got
let's
songs.
let's get everybody fired up. Let's play another tune or two, and
Oh, speaking of short attention span, we could almost do that one.
a short attention span. I don't like.
That's all the themes.
I don't like the
Boys,
name of
short
that
attention
song as much, and I'm sure James
I'll say
did
this,
not
we're-
name that
We're
song.
gonna, we're gonna do
Nerd.
one
Actually
more.
called Rock Bar.
We're gonna do. We can't say cover. Or we can't say things specifically. on
We're
there.
just gonna play another song.
We're just gonna play another song.
Okay.
Right.
But
Okay.
I'll give this even feedback on this song. As Adam came in, Matt came in, we realized that we could do different style songs, and I'll give the audience this too. With Japhy's before COVID happened, our goal is when we come back, you're gonna see us playing horns between us. You're gonna see us playing percussion. You're gonna see us playing different things outside of us just with the instruments that you see, and it's weird to describe.
So
it.
like a new Japhy's, a different Japhy's, another Japhy's.
It's the same. Yeah, everyone's going.
And just no. Look, I'm now.
Fair.
well,
Now
You're
I'm.
invested. Are you invested?
I am now.
what
I
I
am.
got.
I am hooked. And you know what?
I'll take your safari, buddy.
I look. I want whatever you're talking about right now. I want that.
Just don't
in
be
the
lying
room.
to me.
I want to see that up front and personal, and I want to share it with the world.
You're going to, and I love you, and thank you so much for having us on. I'll give you that. The way back has been a major thing. Unity Through Community is an organization that James and I are part
Yeah.
of, and we work actively within the Valley to bring music and art within the culture where it's needed. Obviously, this last year, no one could predict.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Even with that, there's a survival thing of Tempe. There's a survival thing of Phoenix. You don't live in the desert if you don't understand that saguaro that's lit. People pass through the desert and they don't see anything. And there's people that pass through California going, wow, that tree's been alive for 1,500 years. We have cacti that have been alive that long.
Yep.
The desert learns to share its resources.
Yep.
The desert learns to let everything come to it and wait.
And that's what we're doing as a
And-
community now, like bringing it together and,
And I'll
what you
say
guys
this,
have going. And
But everything that the Valley needed was a break in everything. The whole industry broke its own industry. And now Arizona is, I'll be bold. I've been here 12, 13 years because I believe this was the place that had a humility and a real perspective about it, where the musicians, the artists, the painters, producers, everyone treated each other with not just the utmost respect, but with give you shit going. Oh, yeah, you're not there yet. But we've all built each other up, and I'll give you this. When everything reemerges after this whole crisis, I believe that the desert holds a key to something genuine. This is our last song we're going to do. We can't say a cover, but
It's a
we
song.
believe in Arizona, and we know that Arizona is our home. And I believe that when everything comes back, Arizona has a better perspective than anything has ever had.
Hear, hear, brother.
That being said, Meat Puppets are fucking amazing. Lauren Zubia, we love you, miss you. Jim Blossom's okay. I'll be a dick.
All right, shall I?
Roger,
Here
you're
we go.
awesome.
A one,
Same with you,
two.
Well, I'm a friendly man, we're in a box sedan. Hop inside my car. Got books and candy, I'm a lovable man. Take you to the highest star. I'm a vehicle, baby. Take you anywhere I wanna go. I'm a vehicle, woman. You know, I want you, need you. Girl, you got to have a child. Got him. I know I love you. You want to be at the movie star, take it to Hollywood. You want to stay just who you are, but take it to the really should. I'm a vehicle, baby. Anywhere you wanna go. I'm a vehicle woman, but now I know you know. Want you, need you, love you, got to have a child. Thank God in heaven, I love. Take it away, guys. Say just who you are, 'cause you're really good. I'm a vehicle, baby. Take you anywhere you wanna go. I'm a vehicle, baby. By now I know you got to know now. I want you, need you, love you, got to child. Thank God in heaven, you know I love you. You know I do. I'm a vehicle, baby. Take you anywhere I wanna go. I'm a vehicle, mama. Right now I know you got it. I want you, need you, love you, got like a child. Thank God in heaven, you know I love you.
Oh, Japhy's Descent, everybody. Japhy's Descent. Fly around the room. Fly around the room.
How many, James?
Yeah.
Dude, that
Woo!
was
Japhy's
23.
is good.
Look, you guys, Japhy's Descent, everybody, Japhy's Descent, bringing it to you live tonight on the Wayback Sessions. You know, I never know how to end these. I just haven't gotten far enough to figure that out. Japhy's, thank you very much for being here, every single one of you. I love you. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks, buddy. Our pleasure, man.
Yeah, I hope you guys had a ton of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I
I'll
hope.
give you this. Well, whether my opinion's worth.
Tangled up in blue.
My opinion has to earn it. But I'll give you this. Thank you, Adam. To come into the studio and do something like this is something that bands have missed. Just getting together to play is something we miss. To get together and play and have it sound well.
And you know what? Like I said, this is not only about the audience being able to come together and enjoy live music in a safe way, but it's about the musician being able to get their rocks off, perform for you, and have a reason to write a new song.
And we got our rocks off.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, man. Look,
Rocks from the mountain and rolling on down the hill.
Look, you guys, thank you. Japhy's
Step
Descent,
Trump.
the Wayback Sessions, we're signing off. You guys, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week with Cowboy. Hey! Yeehaw!